Hi, my name is Dr. Amy and I'm with Impact Chiropractic. Today we're going to be talking about having good biomechanics when having an infant and a kiddo. So easy to compromise our bodies during this time, and it's so important that we don't. So I'm going to be showing these on Ellie. She's 9 months old, so she has really good head control, and a lot of these don't necessarily apply to her at the moment. So I'm going to try and make them a little more applicable to if you do have a newborn with less head control. So let's go for it. So we're going to talk about how do you pick up a newborn, and so she is going to be a little bit older and have a little more head control than most. So what we're going to do is you want to make sure you're supporting the head at all time. I like to grab at the base of the skull, and then I also like to hold underneath her hips, and then you can bring her up into you. So she has a lot more control. So typically what I do with the newborn is I will bring my body to them, support, and bring them up. Just like that. All right, so when you are transitioning with kiddo, you want to make sure you're having good biomechanics. So if I'm going to stand up, you can put kiddo right in the midline and almost do a squat up to help support. Now, if kiddo's a little bit smaller and doesn't have as much head control, you want to make sure you're holding head at all times and supporting as you come up. Really easy to hold kiddo off one side and my hip automatically goes out and my hips go forward. I do not want this at all, so make sure you're tucking hips back. Kid can come from the front, and it's great to use a baby wearing device during this, or making sure you're switching from side to side and my hips stay back versus moving forward or going to the side to hold like this. I try and keep everything else neutral. All right, so diaper changes, we want to be really careful. We want to avoid just pulling up straight on their hips just like this. So instead, what I recommend is you are going to actually shift from side to side. So if I had my diaper, I'm actually going to roll her to the side. And this is when you can wipe and also take the other diaper off, and then push the other diaper in, roll her to the other side. And then this way you're maintaining hips and good posture while changing diaper versus pulling and adding extra stress into their back or even their hips. Awesome. All right, so car seats are a big one. Really easy to want to like bend over, pick up like this, have bad biomechanics and really put stress on the body in different ways. Also, when we're carrying, it's really easy to hold here or here, and it makes my hip go out. So a couple things I want to do with the car seat, you can always pick up from more of a lunge position. So when going down, you're going to be here to come up. I'm also going to take my hand, and what I'm going to do is I am going to go under and grab the side right here. So then I'm going to lunge up, and I have the car seat fully, and I'm going to have good posture with my hips straight forward without them going to the side or coming forward at all. Very easy to hold and walk like this and maintain good biomechanics. Breastfeeding is a huge one that we want to make sure that we have good biomechanics, and the more pillows you have, the better. So I always want to start with a pillow or some sort of support behind you. And always when you think about breastfeeding, you want baby to come to you versus you going to baby. If you have any of the breastfeeding pillows, those are great tools to use, but I'm going to show you without those because all they do is basically add the support around you. So I am going to build up whatever side I'm going to feed on, and I'm going to build up support for my hand. I'm also going to use a pillow for support underneath her as well. So I literally don't have to hold any of her weight, and I can relax back in good posture. So I am going to hold her, support her head to come to the side. I'm going to go underneath her head and basically have my whole weight and her on these pillows. And I'm going to add a pillow underneath. So then I have full support and she comes to me. All right, next we're going to go through burping. And this is more essential for younger kiddos, younger infants that don't have the head control she has. So this might look a little funky on her. But there are some out there that recommend holding neck this way when they don't have any control and burping this way, which I really don't like. It puts a lot of strain on the neck. So I do recommend holding over your shoulder. Sometimes you can even hike up the hips to kind of help. And then you're gonna burp, and obviously they're not gonna have the control she has. So their head is gonna be resting on you, and you can burp that way to help get any of that extra gas out. Sometimes some kiddos need a little extra support in the head, so you can just kind of lean back a little bit and burp this way. Awesome.